Gorakshakar also joining us this morning. Avinash, good to have you with us. The morning after budget, markets seem to be just holding steady for the moment. What is your take?
Yeah, good morning, Abba. Good morning, Shail. My sense is the markets, Abba, are going to take some time to recover because, yesterday
Okay.
a big negative surprise has come on the STT rise. Although, this is relevant for the future and options segment. See, my sense is that this actually drives the sentiment and the liquidity in the market. Some of the FIs are also unhappy. My sense is that it would take a slight amount of time before things stabilize. And I think Shale mentioned about the rupee weakening factor, which is very important. If the rupee weakens, that is another drag on the markets. You could see continued FI selling even today. And most importantly, I think the markets would obviously take some time to see all the announcements which have been made for sectors like capital goods, data centers, electronics, hotels and tourism. These are definitely promising sectors as of now. But yes, I think, if you want to build a portfolio, this could be a good time. Stocks like Indian Hotels, Lemon Tree, or for that reason, data centers like Anantraj, which is up by about 6% today. So I think it's a good time to cherry pick for long term, but in the short term, pain will continue. The index definitely will be under pressure today. I think hopefully only if we see some rise in the second half. Otherwise, like yesterday, today also will be a fall, but the fall will be slightly lesser as compared to yesterday.
All right. The rupee, in fact, continuing to slide. And the bond market yields have actually spiked as anticipated. Remember, both in line with as the government's program and expected weakness on the currency, we are continuing to see bond yields on the higher side. And this morning as well, the bond yield is spiking, in fact. So the bond yield spiking this morning, gold and silver continuing the rout. The rupee is kind of steady, but has not breached 92 as anticipated. Actually, just a 22 paise appreciation at this point of time. And of course, crude, we're also tracking for you this morning, post the OPEC meet, is actually seeing a lot of weakness in trade as well. And we'll pull up some of those gainers and losers on the back of that this morning. In terms of key stocks and sectors, Avinash, let's get your view on that as well. Because, yes, while structurally, of course, the budget looked at a whole host of measures, when it comes down to impact, what are you actually watching out for, even if it takes perhaps the medium term to play out?
No, I think two big announcements in the budget have been the capex, kind of plan, something like 12 point, plus lakh crores. So definitely, this is a big positive surprise for the domestic capital goods segment. I think we are very bullish on companies like Larsen and Toubro, Action Construction. Typically more capex means more business for them. And the data center business has definitely been the kind of buzzword and now has been recognized by the government. The best part is that, investment from overseas investors for putting up either data centers independently or having strategic tie with Indian players will get 100% tax exemption till 2047. So, companies like Anantraj, E2E Network, these are definitely companies which are going to now grow very rapidly because foreign capital could come in these companies. And I think religious tourism has also been given a big boost. So I think, especially large players like Indian hotels, already the October to March is a busy season for them. So this could be another interesting space. And of course, the electronics and the semiconductor sectors, where a lot of investment is expected. So typically, companies which have already gone in, the Murugappa group through CG Power has decided to invest in semiconductors. So these could be interesting bets, for the longer term. In the short term, the market volatility will be high. So, you could expect a little bit of underperformance here. But overall, these sectors are going to present a lot of good opportunities. And obviously, the economy is growing. I think today we have seen the January GST number 6.5% increase. So, macro sectors like automobiles, auto components, consumption, these are also going to be sectors which are going to grow steadily. So, net, I think on balance, these could be the sectors one should definitely look at nimbling in the market, even if the current short-term trend is negative.
All right. Lots to